The editor-in-chief of Forbes says that a Kamala Harris presidency will plunge America into the Great Depression. Wow. And I would agree. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying for a while now. That at first I was saying Biden, but now I'm saying, of course, Kamala Harris. If we get another Democrat in office, it'll be the end of America as we know it. It's going to plunge us in. I definitely agree. It's going to plunge us into a Great Depression. And I don't think we'll be able to get out of it, because she's even more leftist than Biden. She's even more leftist than Bernie Sanders, and we seen her rated as the most leftist senator, the most liberal senator in the United States, and we seen that. So we know she's gonna usher in socialism and Marxism. We see what's going on in Venezuela right now. Is what I think would happen here if they try to pull any type of shenanigans and stuff, because that's the only way I think they would win. But again, we have to make sure we vote and make sure this woman is nowhere near the presidency. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. We're going to play the clip here. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. And that's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. Also, check me out on X. I'll be on X posting a bunch of stuff throughout the day as well. Bunch of news and stuff. So check that out as well. All right, so let's talk about this news here now. Insurrection Barbie posted this on X, but this is from Fox Business. So let me just go ahead and get to the clip here. Here we go.
Live from Washington. Grady?
Hey, Jackie and Guy. Yeah, it doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? But Vice President Harris's record as a senator, attorney general in California, and a presidential candidate for the Democrats in 2020 is under new scrutiny now that she's the presumed nominee. Over her career in politics, she's expressed support for universal basic income programs, free community college, and a committee to study reparations for slavery. The independent government tracking website GovTrack rated Harris the second most liberal senator in the 116th Congress back when she was serving, just behind Senator Bernie Sanders. At a rally today, here's what Harris had to say about canceling student loan debt.
We believe in a future where the economy works for working people. That is why we forgave student loan debt for more than 5 million Americans.
Republicans are criticizing Harris's climate policies, too, including her past support to ban fracking, which could spell trouble in the election in states like Pennsylvania. Republicans say Harris is also responsible for rampant government spending during the Biden administration that led to higher prices.
I talked about that as well.
She was the tie-breaking vote for Joe Biden's American Rescue Plan, which unleashed an inflation that crippled urban families and crippled rural families. Her record is one of failure of the American people, whether you are black, Hispanic, or white.
Harris has also supported a number of tax hikes, including on capital gains. Guy and Jackie?
All right, thanks very much, Grady Trimble. So with that, let's bring in Forbes Media Chairman and Editor-in-Chief, Steve Forbes. He's here with us. It is so good to see you.
Steve Forbes.
Start with two big-ticket items that were alluded to just in that report. Kamala Harris, when she ran for president unsuccessfully just a few years ago, she was a Medicare for all person, eliminate private health insurance. That's estimated to be $3.2 trillion a year, every single year. Then she endorsed the Green New Deal, estimated around $6.5 trillion per year. You do that math, we're approaching $10 trillion in new spending per year just with those two items. She proposed these things.
Well, and it gets worse when you dig into it. As was alluded to, she wants to ban fracking. Right. So energy costs are going to go up, which means the American economy is going to do worse. The world situation is going to do worse as we become more dependent on places, nice places like Russia. She wants substantial tax increases. And on the health care side, it's not just money. It's going to hurt people's health care. Not both on availability. You go to government-dominated economies around the world where they dominate health care. Guess what? Waiting lines galore. Not getting the care you need when you need it. And then here at home, regulation, it's just starting. The past year, over $1 trillion of new regulations have been put on, she should be asked, are you going to allow people to keep their car? I don't think you're going to get a satisfactory answer. So she's getting a bump now. But when people examine what she's proposing, you would have a Great Depression in this country.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're going to...
Absolutely, it will be a Great Depression. And that's the thing. That's why they're trying to keep it away from policy. They're talking about everything else except for policy. Because on policy, they know they will lose. They can't argue with this terrible stuff that she would like to implement, these socialist ideas that she's trying to push on the American people. It will not fly. That's why they're not talking about it.
Block it. But one thing we should be aware of is regulation. She's learned that in the regulatory state, you don't have to get approval by Congress. They just pass it. And as we see with student loans, even if the Supreme Court rules against it, hey, we'll do it anyway.
We had some of the bullets of her economic agenda just up on the screen. One of them is raise the capital gains tax to 35%. This is already an administration that wants to let the Trump tax cuts expire. Joe Biden was proposing raising corporate taxes, which we all know will slow the economy. We're already at risk of still falling into a recession as a result of...
I wish it was longer. I wish it was longer, but I definitely agree. It will usher in the Great Depression. I think the only way to save us, the only way to save America, is to vote in Trump and bring in and make America free again. That's the only way, I think, because they're over-regulating us to death. They're spending us into oblivion, and it's just crazy. But y'all, let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.